Yeah, hello and welcome to this month SimulMaster. What are we actually colliding with? It's Russia, Croatia, right? The World Cup is on, but we still are going to do the show here, of course. Yeah, let me get started. I have to get that chat window open. And now I have it actually open. Yeah, that's good. I hope you see and hear me fine. Let's see what's going on here in the simul. Yeah, we're starting. Okie dokie. Oh my goodness. Okay. What the heck is going on here? I have to adjust my windows. Just a moment there. I have so many windows now open. Okay, let's start here. I'm playing with white all the games, and let's start here against Pearl Hacker. Yeah, what did I mix the openings, yeah, going left to right, right to left. Am I going to do that again now? So like mixing, or I'm going to do the same thing? I think the mixed games are actually entertaining, so I'm going to start on the left hand side. Okay, b3, c4. What's the sound? That's kind of awkward sounding. Let me. I know what that sound is. Okay, I'm getting rid of the click clack sounds. Okay, knight c3. I want to have all the moves, and then let's kill this one. So that sound was actually my T alarm. Of course, yeah. I need T. Otherwise, I'm not able to do a 3 hour, possibly 3 hour session. And the good news is, I'm sorry. Ugh. The good news is that I actually have my favorite tea available. Only bought it today. Ran out of that. Okay, so what's going on now? We had b3, we had c4, we had knight c3. So we're going d4 next. And e4 and f4 and knight f3 and g3. Did I play g3? No, I did, yeah. And again, b3, c4, knight c3, d4, and we start again. Okay, I really have to adjust that a little bit here. I've got a somewhat awkward way my window is organized. Yeah, drinking tea in the middle of the summer is something that I also felt is weird before I started doing it, actually, and it's not a big issue at all. I actually think it's kind of nice. I don't really mind it at all. Okay, so we have a c4, c5 symmetrical exchange against Manon. We don't know. I can play knight f3 or g3. I think knight f3 is good. I mean, both moves are good, obviously. It's just a matter of choice. Okay, c4 here, of course. And here we have a bird opening. Bishop b2. And b3 is answered by f6, Pearl Hacker. Okay. That's a weird move. e4 looks very logical now. Okay, no mercy for you. Played knight f6. I go knight f3. And Aslan played d5 here against my birds opening. Yeah, what am I going to do here? Yeah, there's e4, and that's not the birds opening. That's against the knight here. Let's go e4. That's not bad. Bishop g2, and I really have to organize my windows. Okay, I go knight c3 here. I mean, white has a couple of choices: d4, knight c3, g3. It's very yeah, it's very move order sensitive, all that. So you have to be careful what you play first. Okay, here I go c4, and I know, biker too, maybe is going for a banco. Yeah, I'm going to push d5. And here Haiyan went knight to c6. Here white has two basic setups, e3 or c4. e3, the main difference is e3 allows d5 and c4 is for the moment stopping this. I'm going to go c4. And Draconian went c5, that's very logical. And here again c4. We are still firmly in theoretical territory, of course. Yeah, knight f6 here by Cavajales. Yeah, I mean f4 is not my move usually. I'm going to play g3 and knight h6 by Pearl Hacker. Okay. Yeah, bishop b2 looks a little bit silly against the f6 pawn. I mean, I can just develop it. Why not? Knight c3 and g6 by Manon. I go e4 and then d4 next. Okay, Haiyan played bishop to c5. Well, here e3 and d4 looks like fairly logical choice. I wonder if knight f3 is actually an idea to start with, because e4, there's probably bishop g7. So, okay, here I'm going to just develop a piece. And the moving Dutchman went c5. Okay. Yeah, against this, white is oftentimes just going e4 for an o4 in Sicilian. I think I'm going to do it. Yeah, I don't really know anything besides that. Maybe knight f3 or something is possible. Well, knight f3, d5, e4 looks interesting. Now let's do that. Why not? Okay, a biker. I guess that's what it's meant to be read like. Went b5. Okay. Aslan, it's a Caro. By transposition, he played c6 here. Okay. There's castling and bishop b4 by Aliev. Yeah, here white again has a couple of moves that are quite okay. Knight f3, knight d5. I also like e4 in this particular situation. Okay, Pearl Hacker, knight f7. So is he going to play some e5 next? Maybe. Well, knight f3 is a good move in any case. Let's protect this, and here e3 for d4. And yeah, here d4 was the idea all along. Let's put something in the center. Yeah, here, this is the old Indian d6 e5, where white has a fair amount of choice now. You can play g3 or e4 or bishop g5. Theory usually considers e4 and bishop g5 to be most critical. I always played e4 in such a position, so I'm going to do it again. Okay, Draconian went knight to c6, and now black is, yeah, strong word, but basically threatening e5, so I'm pushing d4 and make sure it's not getting the full center. Okay, here Aliev took on c3. That's a surprising choice. The reason is that in this particular situation, I'm happy to take with the b pawn and cover the d4 square. I had a hole on d4 before, and now I'm covering this. Okay, here against Haiyan at d4 was the point, so let's do it. I have to recapture here. And Ears went d5. That is a bit odd moment to play d5. The reason is now I can take on d5, and after knight takes, there is no knight on c3 that this piece can take. So I'm winning time on that piece in the future. Okay, g6 by Pearl Hacker. Yeah, this is the moment where you want to play h4, I think so. Let's do it. b6, okay, I just have bishop b2, that looks fine. And bishop g4 by Aslan, here h3 is good. And g6 here by No Mercy for You. Okay, So he's mixing it. Yeah, that's a King's Indian now set up with g6. It's okay. Bishop e2. I have many normal moves. Here we go back to that RDF game. He has taken on c3. So d4, which was weak before, is now firmly under control. One important point here in this position is that he's got the knight on c6. And that is in fact not a good square now for this piece, as it looks at protected squares, d4, b4. It can never go there. It basically just looks at squares on the board where it is of no meaning. Also, black would really much prefer to play a c6 d5 setup here and open up the center quickly to get counterplay. It is not working. Okay, that cost a lot of time, that explanation. I could have played knight e2 immediately, but anyway. So the moving Dutchman, what did he move? Knight c6. So e4 now transpose into a Sicilian, and I want to do that. It makes sense. Okay, Draconian has captured. I have to retake. And e4 here by Haiyan. Okay, knight d2, I guess. Knight g1 looks a little bit too odd. And g6 by cap 78 red. I go bishop e3 against the Pilz. Castle here. And here. Yeah. And now... yeah. I'm just a little bit... I'm wondering if I have something better here than a normalish move like castles. Bishop e3 comes into consideration. Okay, let's do that. Let's mix it a bit. Okay, he has taken with the queen, so knight c3 is a very natural choice. No use in spending any time. Okay, I'm taking this. And Haiyan played f5. Well, I can now. I have a couple of interesting choices. I can play queen h5 check. That would force him to play basically g6, which is pretty awful looking. But the queen has no good square. It's just a colossal waste of time. You also here with white, I mean, I like my position a lot here because the bishop on b6 is such a weird piece. Yeah, I'm just going, I can also play, oh wait, I'm just recognizing something. I can play c5, after which he has to play bishop a5. He takes on c5, g7 is hanging. Against d5, he's got knight e5. Okay, I'm just going to develop. That is never going to be bad. Okay, I have to develop here. And d6 by Pearl Hacker. Whew. Yeah, I wanted to go h5, so let's do it. Bishop e6 by Arliev. Okay, I want to keep c4, of course, so d3 is kind of a no-brainer. And here's c4 to attack the center. Okay, g6 here by Biker. He has simply declined, I declined the Benko, and he now did not take on c4 or did anything specific to that. He just played g6. Yeah, you have a couple of good moves here. You can take on b5, which is a little bit different, by the way, than taking immediately, or you can play a move like queen to c2. I'm going to take. Knight f6 by Haiyan. Okay, I'd like to go the a3 and try to play b4, keep his bishop entombed. Okay, I will capture. And here, yeah, in such a setup, which is basically a Dutch Leningrad reversed, you want to have the pawn on e4 if possible, so d3 is logical. Castles by No Mercy for You. I play d5 now, shutting the center and eyeing at knight d2. I have not castled yet, which is important. Queen to d7 by Arliev. Yeah, here f4 is kind of, yeah, almost mandatory. Yeah, you want to do that anyway, and let's do it now. Okay, bishop e6 by Draconian. I have more than one possible setup. Queen to a4, bishop to g5. I'm going to go queen a4. Okay, Haiyan went knight to e7. Yeah, what is he up to? Is he going to go like c5? If I play b4, is he going to play c5? Maybe he plays c6. Possible. Knight a4 would win the bishop pair. Other than that, it doesn't look too attractive. It's very slowish. It's tough to say. I like that position a lot, but okay, I think I have a different idea. I go b4 and then okay, a6 by Manon. Okay, it's not yet committing to anything. Okay, I'm just going to play something normal. a6, I go e3, keep the pawn on b5. Okay, Aliev has captured. This is an interesting choice. G takes is most obvious for the big center. But in this particular situation, taking with the knight, for example, is also not too terrible. Yeah, but pawn takes looks very normal. Okay, knight b to d7 by Cavajales. Queen e1 and e4 is the plan. And Iis went queen to a5. So d4 is the most natural move in the world. Let's do it. And draconian queen d7. Yeah. Let's put some pressure on the center. Rook d1. d6 by the moving Dutchman. Yeah, now I go d4. And bishop g4 played by Pearl Hacker. Okay, I'm going to take on g6. And b5 by red. Is that a misclick? What is b5 all about? I'm taking that. Okay, c6 here by Haiyan. I wanted to play c5. However, I'm not... come on, it must be good. Okay, bishop g4 by Aliev. Pinning my knight. I definitely want to play my knight. The question is, however, if I want to play queen e1 to unpin, or just play a developing move. I think I'll just develop. Bishop e3 looks like the most natural move ever. And here bishop e2 is my move. In this Caro, I can also play d4 or g3 or something, but bishop e2 is my move. Okay, knight e8 by No Mercy for You. Yeah, here there are two moves that mainly come into consideration. That is h4 and knight to d2. One slight issue that I have with knight d2 is if he plays f5, he threatens f4, winning a piece. But if I then play f3, he's got bishop to h6, and after the capture on h6, queen h4 check. It's an important line that helps him quite a bit to keep some sort of position. The way I'm putting it is already probably shows you that I think black is struggling a little bit here. Okay, I go knight d2. Let's see how he handles that in the first place. Okay, so what is going on here? Rook c8. Is that somewhat okay for him, or I don't love this position, I have to admit. For me, he's ready to play d4. For example, after knight to c3, d4 is possible. And I don't really want to take. I don't know if e3 is that a move. Yeah, I'm going to play it. Okay, here my rook is saying, so I have to probably take e5. That is that's a surprising move. Here by Manon, he's blocking his own bishop and weakens the whole center structure. It looks a bit odd. really does. Okay, Carvajales is playing queen to e7. Is he really up to... no. Castling long? It's hard to believe. Okay, I'm going to still try to prepare e4. I have to recapture. Yeah, the queen on a5 looks odd. Maybe bishop d2. And h5 by Aliev. What is going on here? Queen e1 maybe, yeah, to have a look at h4. But still, if I go queen to e1 and he plays h4 for some reason, this doesn't really matter. I have to get the queen nearer. Okay, the knight had to capture. Yeah, bishop c4 is the most obvious choice. Let's do it. Yeah, and red here played, or cap 78 red played c6. I'm just a pawn up. I mean, b5 is a bit of a strange decision. Okay, so black castled. Let's go a4 attack. And Aliev decided to take. Okay, I'm really happy here. This is a fantastic center, and I have two bishop to back that. Okay, knight takes e4. I have to take, and okay, that was one of the possible points that Aliev had, trying to get this bishop, and he's also probably ready to play f5. I still don't want him to take. Even though f5, for example, is very, very good for me. Yeah, that is actually very good. Let's do it. Bishop d7 by the moving Dutchman. Yeah, I don't know what opening are we going to get. I just develop. f5, I go f3. Yeah, yes, bishop h6, but maybe he does not see that motif. I'm going to take, and queen to d8 here by Ears. So let's go e4 and queen a5 by Manon. Yeah, queen to b3 is the most natural move ever. Threatens bishop b6. I think that's actually good. To take. And a5 here by Carvajales. How are we going to get this attack on the road? I can definitely go e4. Looks very normal. Not the only move. Okay, queen to a5 by cap 78 red. I go knight f3. Let's develop. Bishop to c7 here by Haiyan. Yeah, here my idea of this whole c5 was that now bishop c4 stops him from castling. That looks awkward. Speaking of awkward, here the g file will be a huge factor, so I go king h1. Bishop h3. Yeah, that's a move that I kind of reckoned with. Yeah, I'm going to take this. And a g6 by the moving Dutchman. Yeah, looks a lot like a dragon. So, okay, f4 indeed was played. I go back to f2 and I have to recapture. And here knight to e5 is played. Okay, let's do this. Attack the pawn on h5. And c5 here by cap. Well, what is the counterplay that is? What is he doing here? I'm taking this, right? Or I can actually... No, taking is good. It's just good. Okay, let's take on g2. Queen to c7. Yeah, rook d1 is the most obvious choice. Let's do it. And knight c6 here by Pearl Hacker. Knight c6, okay. Yeah, I'm just going to develop him. Knight c3. And bishop g4 played by ears. Yeah, I can go bishop b3 to cover d4. Maybe I should. Yeah, let's do that. Bishop g7 by the moving Dutchman. f3, I guess, possible. Knight g6. Yeah, maybe knight e5 is on the agenda here. It's not a big deal. I can still just castle. Yeah, here c takes, bishop takes. I wanted to take and play knight c3. It should be a little something. Yeah, here I was actually thinking that this doesn't work because I have e5. e5 knight moves bishop e4 and resigns. Okay. Yeah, let's go into d5 and rook g1. Or yeah, rook g1 is good. Knight c3, put pressure on the d-pawn. And here bishop f6 played by No Mercy for You. It seems like he wants to play bishop to h4 to trade. Well, I always have just g3, so it doesn't really matter all that much. Knight f6 by the moving Dutchman. I'm going to castle. And bishop g7 played by Pearl Hacker. I would really like to put the queen onto h1 and harass him there. But it doesn't work. What? I did not look at this at all. With black having no development and everything. It could work. I'm not saying it cannot work, but it's really not what I thought about. What the heck? Yeah, it might work. I mean, it's kind of crazy, but it might work. Didn't take long for that decision. Understandably, I mean, it does work. I still really didn't think about this. Yeah, usually you wouldn't even think about it because king h1 is kind of admitting that that was total nonsense what I did. But in this particular case, besides admitting stuff, it could be that after knight g4 I'm just lost. That could easily be the case. This is why I'm thinking about it. I mean, if I take knight g4, I cannot go to g3 because of queen to h4 checkmate. King h1, knight g4, it looks dreadful. Absolutely dreadful. Probably still have to do it. Wow, what a weird game. Okay, so here I can easily recapture. That's an easy choice. And it doesn't look like I've got anything here, yeah? Just bishop d2. Yeah, here I thought that bishop e4 is basically winning the game. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe not. Looks a little bit odd though. Okay, here I'm developing. And yeah, the knight here is attacking the e4 pawn. Yeah, I don't really have a good way to cover it. f3, there's knight h5, which in itself is kind of not an issue, let's say. If I go f3, I don't like him to play knight h5, but it's still probably the right choice. Okay, Yeah, knight g4 was kind of clear. So I have to do g3, yeah? Terrible. Anyway, how to do this? Double on the g file, maybe, yeah, like this. Knight g7, yeah, let's castle along. Queen g5. Yeah, he's playing this very quickly. It might be just winning, of course. I'm not saying it isn't, but still, I mean, I don't know. I would have thought about it for a moment, I think, because I mean, it's obviously very, very critical. Yeah. It still sucks. I can take on e4 maybe, but like knight takes, pawn takes, knight takes, queen moves on the h file. I have knight d6 check, for example, but that in itself does not really help me. Yeah, anyhow, I mean, with a slow move, I'm just toast. Yeah? Let's do it. Okay, d5 by Ali. I'm going to take once, and here I'm going to cover b5. Knight g4 by Carvajales. Tempted to just send him back. Yeah. Rook c8 by Manon. Okay. I'm going to go g3. Ultimately, putting the knight onto h3 will help. Rook c1. Yeah. I'm going to take. And castle. And a5 by the moving Dutchman. Okay. d5. I'm just taking this. I mean, happy to get this pawn. Yeah, so Haiyan has taken with the knight, which is kind of sorry, has taken the knight. It's, this is how to put it. Yeah, it's not good, yeah. Okay, knight h5 by No Mercy for You. I'm not sure what this is leading to at the end of the day. Okay, just g5, push him back. Okay, bishop d6 here by Draconian. Yeah, this is actually a well-played game by Black. Yeah? He has absolutely played fine. I have nothing at all. Yeah, it's a more waiting move than anything else. Okay, bishop h3 on the cards. And here I'm going to go rook a3. It's a common way to play this. Bishop d2, and then the rook hangs and the queen hangs, right? That is huge material. Okay, g4. Let's gain space. Rook e8 by Aliev. Okay, let's double. And queen to d7 by Pearl Hacker. Knight d5 is a d5 is possible, amongst others, but I'm going to do it. Queen to d7. So he is covering against this bishop h3 idea. Yeah, I mean, I could just trade now. Trade the rooks. Maybe I do that. It's tough to find anything better, I believe. This to e2 and queen to h6 here by Haiyan. Yeah. I wonder if I go king g2, and I probably have to, if I'm immediately lost or not. Might very well be the case. Bishop takes g7. He has to take on g7 with the queen. I don't have any even halfway possible continuation. Yeah, king g2, he plays knight takes e3 is the thing. I take queen h3 check. And then I run all over the place, and he's got rook f8 coming. I can flick in knight d6 check. I don't know, that looks completely weird anyway. Let's trade this off. And f6 by Carvajales. I have my problems there with that name. Okay, yeah, I can go with f5 here even. Let's do it. Rook e5. Okay, I can take g7. I'm just unsure if it really helps, you know. On the other hand, if I go d4, black cannot. Or this one. Yeah, that cannot easily capture. Okay, I'll take the rook if you insist. And no mercy for you, went knight g7. Okay, here I have h4. Rook to c7 here by, or rook c8 rather, by Draconian. Yeah, nicely played. Bishop g4 here by Biker. Just going to play normally. Yeah, well, why is that working? I thought it wasn't working at all, actually. Knight c8 check and g4 hangs. And I've got bishop takes g7. Okay, I'll take this first. Check. Okay, and here, yeah, the f5 pawn is still hanging. Let's cover that. Okay, bishop f5 here in this position. Yeah, queen to e2 maybe. Yeah. f5 by Manon. That was played instantly. I mean, like after a second. I don't know. I'm quite happy about a move like that. h6 by Draconian. I have absolutely no advantage here. I'm rather worse. Okay. c3, h5 by the moving Dutchman. Yeah, here white certainly has a couple of choices. I can go g5 or simply ignore that he can take on g4. Taking on h5 is also possible. Yeah, after g5, I'm not sure how advantageous this whole thing actually is. Okay, I'm taking. And king f7. Okay, queen here, and f5 is under huge pressure. Castle. And black has captured on e4. Yeah. Yeah, take with the pawn. Knight to a5. Really? That is a surprising choice. Threatening b4 now, right? G5 by Draconian. That was played very quickly, and it weakens F5 quite a bit. So knight E2, G3 and so on, that would be fine. Okay, I'm going to do this. And of course the knight has captured here in this game against the moving Dutchman. Yeah, how to play that? I'll just play a developing move. Bishop E7 by No Mercy for You. Long term, I want to play on the queen side, so let's put the forces there. Okay. King is on F6. Yeah, I mean, even G4 is probably strong. Still not a move that I totally love. Ooh, what is that? Bishop B5 or B4. B4 immediately should actually win material, right? Bishop B5 also looks like it should win material. So Bishop B5, C6 takes, knight takes, and you're better with some moves. But B4 is like winning, right? Let's do it. Okay, Haiyan went king to E8. Okay, I can take G4, right? That's one thing that I can do. But the check is also good, yeah? Where is he going? Yeah. Yeah, knight F4, I can take and win this pawn on F5, which is not the end of the world for black. This is why I hesitated. Okay, knight to C4. Rook to C4, I'm sorry. Yeah. I would like to get the knight over to G3 to F5, but that's not going to work. Okay, let's trade. C5 by No Mercy for You. Yeah, this position is very, very closed. Yeah, good move by Aslan. Cannot develop all that easily. And here just rook takes H4 for queen H5. Going to, yeah, is there anything better in this particular position? Given the cramped nature of black? No, probably not. Yeah, and now bishop B5, yeah, wins the queen. Rook E1. Okay, I did not want to trade all that much. It shouldn't really matter that much. Knight to F7. Okay. Yeah, that looks fine. That looks like a good move. How do I continue? Just develop? Probably. Go here and trade on D4 by the moving Dutchman. B6 by No Mercy for You. Yeah, I'm going to do this move, queen D3 and then bishop D1 to A4. Here we got the trade. And yeah, I need to Need to develop here. Bishop d2 looks very lame. Let's not do that. Okay, here probably this. Don't want to lose c3. Again the trade and the trade. And castle. h5 is a move that I did not consider. I have to be honest there. I did not think about this move at all. And it's not bad. It's not bad, maybe. Okay, knight d4 for centralization. a4 by the moving Dutchman. That is very slow. Okay, knight to b8 by no mercy for you. b8. Okay, take an e4. I can just retake him. And this move, d4 by Draconian. Not what I expected. He puts more pawns on dark squares. But we will see what happens. Yeah, this I probably was a little bit too relaxed about. There's queen c2 and queen a2, and some things hang. Yeah? Looks a little bit difficult, to be honest. Not happy with what I did in this position. Queen takes a2 is quite annoying, and everything is a little bit off. Okay. Queen f2 is the most obvious looking move, but I don't know. Russia, Croatia is 1-1, half time, yeah, probably. Yeah, I wonder if e4 is a useful move in this position or not. Probably not, huh? Let's develop. Okay, I'm trading this off here, this bishop. And yeah, it's still continuing here. I have knight e5 here for a big check. Okay. I did not, absolutely not, consider this move at all. c5 is a very cheap trick, yeah, based on my h4 rook. It's probably like attacking the queen, but he will definitely see that. Yeah, rook takes a2 is extremely annoying now to face. But yeah, anyway, I go here. Queen d8 by Manon. Okay. If I go... I have the checks now. Queen c3 in particular. This is Queen c3. King to f7. Can take g6 with check and bishop e6 check. But it doesn't really do all that much at the end of the day. I think it's probably more interesting to take and put it on e6 immediately. Let's take this, go back, and oops. Why do I have a new game here against Hayan? That's kind of weird. I don't think this is correct, yeah? I shouldn't play another game. Anyway, I take here at first and then think about this. We have this game that was over. And one game never got started really, I see. Yeah, bishop c5, go to d3. And yeah, I mean, there should not be a new game. I think it was terminated, yeah? Yeah, no. I cannot play yet another game. That makes no sense. I can also... What did I do now? I don't really know. Okay, I check this. Okay, a3 by moving Dutchman. Yeah, I wonder if that was a great decision to allow it. Yeah, anyhow, let's go here. Don't want him to take my bishop. Queen to d7. So, is that a good moment to play b4? I'm not certain. I would like to prepare this a little bit better. He's not going to play b5 though in the nearest future. No. Don't see this happening. So knight a2. What happened here? Okay. Yeah, I wanted to go queen here for queen e6. It doesn't have a check. Okay, interesting choice here. e5 is an interesting move. And then take g6. Yeah, let's do it. Fire. Okay, knight e4. I'm starting to gain little things in this game against the Draconian. Okay, here I can take with the knight, and both pawn captures do. Yeah, they come into consideration. Taking with the knight looks like the easiest choice. It's just a tempo. Yeah, black is not in that bad shape here in this position. c4 by Biker. Yeah. Let's develop stuff. And this one. Yeah, black is of course very solid here. I think I have to regroup. Yeah, here I will take g6, threatening queen to f7 mate. And knight to d7 by Draconian. I actually think that I'm slightly better now here, because he has somewhat devalued his pawn structure. Why is that move working? Queen a5? It should be tricky due to various things. Knight d5. Rook g5. He's got e5. Will just about hold. Just about hold. Knight d5. It looks complete rubbish anyway. Anyway, knight d5. Let's go. And here, Aliev has avoided immediate disaster, but what about those pawns? Aren't they dangerous? Let's go for this. Queen b6 is a check, which I did not fully appreciate before, but I can go here and I still threaten mate. Okay, this is a trade, and a5 by No Mercy for You. He tries to do a total shutdown of the position. That will probably not work in the long run, but it might slow my play down. Queen b5. This is threatening checkmate on f1. That's cheeky. And what about my own ideas? I have a couple of checks. I can check him there. And he escapes. This is absolutely not fair. Okay. Always appreciated a lot. All those moves come immediately. Like, it hangs by a thread, but still queen b5 is played in bullet style. Queen to f7. It's hard to believe, yeah, that I don't have anything there, but he does escape. He really does. It's really a little bit crazy, if you ask me. It's a bit of I mean, it has kind of it's weird, yeah, that there's absolutely nothing here. At least I don't see anything. I mean, I'm not worse, yeah, but if I'd seen that before, and I would have played something else, of course. He's threatening mate, yeah? He just threatens mate on f1. And everything is covered somehow. I don't even see a move where I have some sort of idea. I mean, even feels slightly uncomfortable, I have to admit. I don't know. Yeah, so this is a slight advantage. Not sure if you can do something with it, but we'll see. c5 by Aslan, I will take that. And now the queen on c7. Okay. Let's support. I will take. Yeah, and I just don't have anything in this position. Yeah, it's a bit sick, but okay, so rook to e2. How do we win this? Rook e4 maybe? Lots of pawns. Rook e4, takes, king f8, d6. I don't quite see that this wins. It's a little bit weird. Rook d4 threatens d6, however. Yeah, that should win. And he just goes king to c7. Yeah, okay. My idea was to go back. I mean, he will take b2 and be totally fine, of course. Queen to e6. Yeah, I was thinking knight d5. The knights look good somehow. I don't know. Let's do it. Bishop to d6. Yeah. So here I'm a little bit better because of the pawn structure. I have all pawns on light squares and some chances, I think, to play for an advantage. Here, I don't want to trade queens. This is why I go to e3. There anything else? Okay, let's go to e3. Queen d3. He doesn't even take on b2. Why should you? Yeah, I don't know, h4 or something. Yeah, okay. I was thinking d6 and then the king has to move. Yeah, my idea here was h4, which he had prevented. Okay, I have to probably let those pawns roll, but still wonder if I can somehow... Yeah, if I can improve. No, yeah, I can improve still. Okay, so here I was really not unhappy at all that he has played c5 and opened the position a little bit for me. Knight to c4, however. Yeah, maybe this one. Okay, here I was thinking e7. Checking king d8 doesn't really lead to all that much. Yeah, I have to go to e7. Check. Bishop d8 by Draconian. Yeah, I have to move those pawns at some stage. Yeah, NTS again, just taken this. Don't really see anything good, yeah. Okay, king to d7 was kind of mandatory. And I thought now c5. He should really run out of moves. He should run out of moves. Rook to d8 by Aslan. Let's go a4. Increase the pressure. So king b8, of course, avoiding any draw. Yeah. I mean, why should he make a draw? I can always take that on b2 or something. Anyway, okay, back to e1. Take. Yeah, so I'm not really sure that I want to trade queens here. Yeah? The two connected passes look strong. Yeah, I mean, he's got queen f2 here, and trying to play for mate. I don't know. Okay, here I'm going to take or not. And knight b4 is actually a bit of an annoyance here. A bit annoying. Knight a2, there's maybe even queen to a4 in this. b4 is probably not so well timed. Now I'm not happy here with what I did. That was not good. Not good at all. Yeah, badly timed. It was really badly timed. Okay, knight to f4. Yeah, here h5 looks like the most obvious move. There is knight f6, knight d7, which wins quite a good chunk of material. Still like h5. I mean, it looks a bit like it's made. Yeah, come on, h5. Okay, so queen f2, I mean, his king is perfectly safe. He will probably play, yeah, some queen to f2. It's hard to even cover that. It's hard to even cover that. Yeah, I don't see a good move. It just looks pretty awful. It looks pretty awful. Okay. Okay, a5 now. How do I do this? Rook a5? Or rook h4? There should be more than one way to do it. Yeah, rook h4 should be enough. Bishop to c7. Okay, go here. b5 next. Rook c8. Yeah, a5. Yeah, forward. Yeah, and now this is the problem, man. Knight to b4, and I'm sitting in a pretty awkward fork. Pretty awkward. Knight a2, I cannot even play. Queen a4, queen b3, queen takes a2. Almost there, almost working. Nah, not good. What about, I don't see a move. I mean, really, I don't see a playable move. Maybe queen e2, knight b4, check, king b3. It looks a bit odd, but that's the best bet so far. queen e2, knight b4, king b3, queen to b8, knight b5, and then some rook a1. I don't know. It looks kind of weird. Anyway, check. b5, a3. Okay, knight d5. So if I just take this, what is the problem? Probably there is no problem. I'll take it. Queen to a7 by the moving Dutchman. It's always inventive, yeah, inventive defending. I mean, queen a7 is probably not bad. It just feels like I should have more, and I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't see it. Well, I don't know. It should be enough, really. a5. Yeah, okay, whatever. Rook takes and g6 by Cavajales. Really struggling with this name. g6. So he does not really fear queen g3 and everything. Queen g3, I don't know, bishop d6. Bishop takes, pawn takes. Is that possible? I'll do it. I will do it. Okay. Bishop to b8 by Draconian. Yeah, I wonder if h4 is still a move, or if I should go about this in a different way. I can try to regroup this bishop first. I'm not so certain what I should do. I mean, against h4 takes this king c5. Well, I'm going to maneuver a little bit. Yeah. Really a bit of a pain, this position. I mean, I'm just sitting there and have no good options. And this also decidedly went wrong. I mean, that was a completely winning position, strategically completely winning, and I spoiled it. Okay, e6. Yeah, that's always a bit of a tricky thing. Going to take it. Queen c3, of course, immediately. Yeah, it's a good move. I'm not. I mean, he plays that very, very well. Just typical insta move style. Okay, let's develop this. Yeah. How do I do? Is there any sort of chance? I mean, I really don't see any defending here. I can do short move threats, but he will of course spot everything, as he did the whole game. Queen a5, and I'm toast. Yeah, that's what happens. So blitz rating 1700. Yeah, good job. I mean, I played really badly this game. I mean, not the beginning. He played the opening very badly, and I did not manage to refute it. I cannot really stop a2. I mean, I have no checks, absolutely nothing. My h-pawn is harmless, so I have to resign. Yeah, thanks a lot, Manon. He ended the game with more time than he started with. Okay, f6 here by Draconian. This looks like winning now. Yeah. Slowly but surely should be a win. Okay, so here the moving Dutchman is still trying to defend this position. h6, this king h8. I mean, this is funny actually, because if I go h6, king h8, knight to f6, I have a situation where he can absolutely never move a king. It's really kind of funny. I'm doing that. I'm not sure if it's good, but it just looks so funny. I want to do that. Yeah, bishop here. And this now for b6. Just going to centralize. Yeah, b6. And we're approaching Zugzwangs. Or Zugzwangs. b7. Yeah. Queen b8, of course. Yeah, knight b5 was the idea. And now knight to f6. This is really funny. The knight is imprisoning the king. Okay, so let's see. I have to tidy up a little bit here. I need to close the windows for the games. At least that's what I need to do. Yeah, I'm irritated by all those windows. So I close the ones for the finished games. Okay, so b5 was played, which can be answered, I guess, with rook h8. Yeah. Queen to b7. Okay, so at least a slow move. I was really fearing rook a2 or something. Rook a2, not or something. Rook a2 in particular. Here, yeah. There is knight e8 to c7 for sure. Knight d2 to c3 would fix that, but I don't quite see how that is going to happen. Rook a1, rook. Yeah, I have to do it. Okay, b5 by the moving Dutchman. Rook d1 and double on d6 or something. Yeah, looks kind of normal. Yeah, so in this game we have transformed it to an ending where I don't see how he keeps the a6 pawn, and that should win the game. Yeah, okay, this is knight e5. Yeah, he continues to play well, as you expect. So What now? Knight d4. And g4 is hanging, yeah. Tja, but there's not much else. Huh? The knight is hanging. I don't have good squares. Knight takes f6 does not work, and after knight d4, queen takes g4 will be okay for him. Yes, so check, the threat of a check here. I don't want to look at this even. And here, yeah, I can play rook d8 and promote. Is there anything quicker? I don't know, probably not. So let's go rook d8. Yeah, b6 should be played. I will take it. And okay, he's not covering it. Okay. Yeah, but rook d6, rook c2, king e3, rook a2, and it doesn't work. And bishop e6, rook d1. I mean, I get to d8 at the end. This is mate. I mean, he's in a mating net. He's in a mating net. He cannot take on a2. I don't believe it. Oh, he has taken here. That's that's probably helping me. Okay, is there anything better than just promoting? I just wonder, because the pawns are so far advanced. Yeah, probably not. Let's promote. Bishop h6. Yeah, just go back. And rook a8. Yeah, one thing is kind of funky. It's knight d3 maybe. Yeah, in some cases could work. Like jumping right into my camp. Yeah, queen g4. Black is defending this, or defended this very well. I mean, I played this in a bit of a, yeah, not very, in a bit of a gambling style, let's say. But, I mean, just saw everything. What can you do? It looks really awful, really awful. I almost have to take, I mean, absolutely terrible. Okay, take this, and here e4 is hanging, and I don't want to give him that pawn, that is for sure. Even f4 comes into consideration somewhat. f3, there is d5. That looks a little bit, that looks unwelcome. Yeah, we don't want that. Yeah, it's still. Then knight g4 happens. Yeah, I don't know. Rook b6 for the a pawn, and he has taken. Bishop f4. Yeah, so how do I now promote this pawn? If I check, I can check again. It should promote. Okay, I'm taking. Yeah, and I was thinking now rook to d1. Rook a2 doesn't work due to rook to d8. Rook d8 is a huge threat here. f5, okay. Yeah, here I was thinking queen to f1, yeah, but Have to, kind of. Okay, so check here. To move the bishop away. Here we centralize. And now c6 should do the trick. b2, rook b7 should win. Yeah, it looks like more tea is definitely needed. Okay, there's no c5 as the rook is hanging, so can push the a pawn. Okay, he's going back. That is good news, definitely. One slight issue the whole time is that I'm not really... h4 can be tender in some cases. Yeah. I would like to play queen to a1, obviously, but the knight d3 is simply a repetition. Yeah, I probably have to regroup this. a5, let's cover that pawn and continue from there. Aslan has resigned and Aliev, yeah, also resigned, yeah, with all those passes coming towards him. That didn't look good. So what do we have? The moving Dutchman went for retreat mode. I think it was necessary, really. The king being like he's being in this like mate is near position is a tricky one. Okay, so how to do this? I would like to take on e6 and play rook on the 7th for the Arabian mate. Not sure if I ever get to do that, but it's something that he definitely has to be on the lookout for. Okay, rook b6 is the most obvious move. Let's do it. Attack the b pawn. What is the score in the soccer football game? It was 1-1, right? You should never underestimate the host nation. They almost always get far, even if they are not amongst the favorites at the very start of the event. I remember, yeah, still 2002, yeah, when all of a sudden South Korea was in the semis. That was a bit surprising to say the least at the time. And then Germany played Korea, and it wasn't a super clear-cut match in the semis. I mean, we won that reasonably comfortably, but it was not a total walkover. Yeah, speaking of that, this is still not so easy. I mean, I'm a pawn up. It's the b6 pawn, which should be worth a lot. But if you look at the pieces, they're all kind of doing something, Black's pieces. And yeah, bishop c5 as expected, like clockwork. Yeah, I have to do it. And here, yeah, queen to a6. He does not threaten all that much, but it looks a little bit difficult. I never got in h5. That's really not good. Anyway, how do we continue here? The knight coming to d3 is a constant annoyance. Maybe, okay, I have an idea. Let's go here, cover d3 and try to get the king to e2 maybe. I'm not sure. Yeah, not easy at all. 40 participants for the grill party. That's not bad. How many club members do you have? Oh, 91 and then 40 people attending. Oops. Oh, no mercy for you. Just play king to c7. Can we actually go back there? He played king to c7. I don't think we can. And then ran into a knight c7 fork. So that game is finished. Would have been a tough job still to win. Okay, so rook c5 by the moving Dutchman. How do I win this? I could try to get the king also to g5. That would make all those potential sacrifices on e6 a lot more promising actually. I wonder, I mean, if I do this, then he has no useful move really. He cannot move the f8 rook. Yeah, then I take e6, play rook d7 in many cases. Yeah, let's do it. I mean, we have roughly 50 club members, 51 or something. And if we do such a party, we have like 20 people, 22 or something. It depends a little bit on the, yeah, I think some factors, how good a day actually works out. We've had really nice events there, especially when we had some football tournament going on, like the Euros or the World Championships. 8 years ago, 2010, we watched a really nice match, Germany-Argentina, in the South African World Cup. That was really nice. That I'm not quite sure what that was. Was that 4-0 or 4-1 or something? I'm not quite sure. Germany won that really quite convincingly, and that was really nice to watch with a crowd. Okay, I'm taking this, and g5 all of a sudden. If I go actually rook on the 7th, rook b7 and then rook d6, I'm threatening this whole business. It's a bit cheap. I don't know. I mean, there are funny tricks. Bishop c8, I can actually take f7. That's pretty neat. Maybe rook c6 now, I overlooked, yeah? And then he has chances to drive my knight away. I don't know. Maybe that was a pretty awful decision. I don't know. Tough to say. Oh, it's getting a bit dark. It doesn't feel that dark. Just We switch on the light. Yeah, we've got, I'm kind of curious why it's not my move in more games. Not here, not here, not here. They're all thinking. I mean, that's a good thing, but it's still kind of weird that it's nowhere my move. Okay, knight a4, trying to provoke some weaknesses. Yeah, after switching on the lights, I probably should quickly close the window. Don't want to install a zoo here of insects. Okay, so what's going on here now? I have a check on e7, take on g6. f6 is hanging. Yeah. But e4 is hanging as well, so. Yeah, I don't like this. I really don't. I will, yeah, I will lose some material back, and I don't have anything to show for it. Okay, I'll take this one. It's really just a choice between a couple of unattractive options. Oops. Yeah, rook c3. Am I just going to offer him the rook trade? If I do that, it doesn't really do much, you know. Yeah, I shouldn't trade rooks. Makes no sense. Let's take here, knight g4. Yeah, that was to be expected. I wanted to take here and play bishop to d4. I hope that is the right choice. Yeah, I wonder, why is he not just recapturing? Now he does. Okay, bishop to d4. What I don't like here, really not, is my rook on a3. It looks a little bit odd after takes. I actually am weak on the back rank, quite clearly. Okay, knight takes e4, and now I can take g6. And maybe rook g8 or something is annoying. Yeah, pretty annoying. Okay, goes back to c6. King g3, stepping out of the checks. The bishop has no, it has b3 actually. I should take that into account. Can potentially go to b3. Ah, what a pain. Bishop takes b3. Yeah, I really feel like I'm spoiling a really nice position here. Or, I mean, spoiling, have spoiled. I mean, it already looks, I don't really see what to do against bishop takes b3 in this situation. Maybe bishop b3 I can play knight to d7. That is possible, but Yeah, that is possible indeed. It's still kind of, I don't like it that I've allowed all these things somehow. And how do I make any headway? How do I do that? Probably taking b5, yeah? Okay, let's take it. Yeah, rook g8, as I expected. Yeah, this is kind of, this is just strong. Yeah, I'm in this pin and I don't even know if I have a decent move like after taking on g8. Yeah, it's a totally new account. It's got like 3 games in. Yeah. Yeah, let's take it. Maybe I don't have any choice. Okay. Queen to b8. Yeah, as I mentioned here, there are some threats. There are some ideas here. This is still not, that's not an easy thing to play. Yeah, weakening a lot. Yeah, and he just has taken on b3. Bloody hell, yeah. Knight d7, and then what? Bishop c4, yeah. Miracle chess. Or do I have anything else before I'm doing this? I don't see it. Yeah, rook g8, yeah. So rook e1 for rook e2. There is knight takes c3. Yo. What is going on here? King h2 maybe. Yeah. Knight a6 by e is. Yo, okay. I need to slowly improve this thing. Bishop c4. And now I can take f8 and bishop d5, rook d8, stuff like that is possible. I can also take e5. I don't know. Yeah, rook e5, I don't know, probably just rook d8. Yeah? And I have no clue, really no clue what's going on. Yeah, rook d8 will be quite an annoyance. And the worst is that I'm giving up that situation with the imprisoned piece. That was the whole point of this whole matter. And it's all about like one tempo. Like if I have rook b7, rook d8 with the king on g3, I play knight f6 and then resigns. But it's not the case. I'm on f2. I have no idea what's best here. And I really fear that that I could lose this. Yeah, like lose the A pawn, lose the game. If I take on f8, knight f8, bishop b5, and then something like h7, is that totally ridiculous? Probably it is, yeah. Knight f8, bishop b5, rook. Hey, there's just not a mate, just no mate. I don't see anything. I don't see it. No idea. Rook d8 is always going to be extremely annoying. I mean, if I could get at least the a3 pawn, but I don't see how. And knight f8, bishop b5, that is probably not going to work at all. I don't know, I have to play a move. Rook h8, have to go back. And rook f8 by Biker. Yeah, this is also not the easiest ever. Yeah, somehow he's got counterplay. Yeah, bishop g7, rook f2 is the point. I have rook d2 though. Doesn't look like it should be all that bad. Maybe rook takes h2. I don't know. f4 looks very weakening, really very weakening. Oh, b5. It looks like weakening a lot. Just go back. Against e is. Against whom was the loss and how did it happen? I don't know. I have forgotten the name, to be honest. It's a bit difficult to keep track. Yeah, expecting a rook d8, yeah. Maybe, well, when the rook is hanging, so what else, basically? Rook g8, so we're heading for a draw here, right? Oh, for the draw. Yeah, rook d8 now happened, yeah. Yeah, don't really see much. Yeah, here I probably want to get the bishop back and look at the a6 knight. Ian says that he's suffering. Yeah, it's not very active and he's down on time a lot. It's not fun to play this position. Yeah, there's a draw against Carbajales. Maybe or almost for sure there was more. Mehr is German. There was more. Was maybe more available for him. Yeah, this is something I don't like all that much. Okay, so here, yeah, I'm going to go for f3 and stabilize the pawn, and then slowly pushing forward. If you have the bishop pair in such a situation, it's always like slow motion chess. Push everything forward very slowly. Yeah, the game against moving Dutchman is very difficult. With king e3, I'm currently threatening knight f6, which he of course will spot. It's just that I don't know. I didn't see anything great here. Probably will play. I know bishop a2 is also knight f6. That didn't work. Somehow I misplayed that quite clearly. Okay, I don't know, a4, or do I want to regroup that? I can regroup that knight to d3 or something. Very slow though. Some weird sounds here, I don't know. Probably a dog barking. Okay, so here I tried to maybe bring the knight to a5 or c5 is my idea, knight d2 and so on. It's a little bit slow, definitely, but don't see much else. I sometimes look at the games afterwards. It depends a little bit on my schedule. But yeah, most interesting. Why does that work? No, knight f6, rook c3. Yes, miracle chess. I hate this stuff. I hate this stuff. Knight f6, rook friggin' c3. Unbelievable. Knight f6, rook c3 check, king e2, bishop c4 check. It's got at least a draw. It's got at least a draw. Yes. Yeah, I think I can play it anyway, but okay, what's going on here? Rook to d8. That was not really what I was. That didn't really scare me all that much. Okay, queen e2 probably. Attack the knight. Okay, knight d7. Okay, it looks like he wants to go c5. That is definitely something that is annoying if it will happen. I don't want to trade that much. Yeah, that whole knight b1 business, of course, was slow. Absolutely sure that was a slow approach, and maybe if slow means bad. It's actually quite likely. Okay, anyway, let's go a4. How did the football game end, by the way? Are they in overtime? Am I able to still look penalty kicks, to watch the penalty kicks after this event here, or what is the standing? Yeah, this is the funniest position. Rook c3, king e2. Okay. Yeah, let's take. Yeah, that's true. The English team beat Sweden. Yeah, that I somehow I got that result. But Croatia and Russia are still, they had one all, and it was like 10 minutes to go or something. They could be in overtime. Okay. Yeah, extra time. Okay. So Biker, I just took f6, yeah, based on the rule that you should get rid of the knights when swindling is like around. Yeah, get rid of the knights. Okay, so here, yeah, well defended by Ears. He's not in a very attractive position, but managed to keep things together. Okay, against this check, I have no choice. I have to go to e2. There is simply no other move available. This is, of course, extremely sharp. One point is that after rook takes g5, if that happens, I'm threatening mate on g8, no? I mean, that mating idea, and there's h7 and rook g8. So I think he probably has to make a draw now. Yes. I might overlook something. Very much possible, of course. It's not exactly easy to play this position. Bishop b3 is a draw. I cannot avoid it. Yeah, king e1. King e1 is completely bonkers. Check. I mean, king e1, is that a move? No, no. That looks crazy. Like completely crazy. Check there, check again. Yeah. King e1. Rook c1. Bishop c4, king e3. Check. He still has here. He always has a perpetual. Yeah? He always has a perpetual. And maybe more even. King e2 is the draw. Am I losing with king e1? I'm really not so sure. Rook c1 check. King f2, rook d2 is completely crazy. So king e2. Check on c4. Okay, that doesn't work. Come on. It doesn't work. Okay, knight takes d5 was my intention. I don't know why that shouldn't work. Okay, so bishop to e7. Yeah, black is basically sitting, hoping that the position holds. Again, make slow improvement moves. Oh, ES says nature is calling. Yeah, this is the problem. If you're down on time with any increment, time control, you're never going to get some additional time. That can be extremely tricky. I once had a situation when that was that was the very first tournament that I played with the time control of 90 minutes per game and a 30-second increment from move 1. Which means you're going to be in time trouble once you're down. And in fact, the funny thing was that in that particular game, I was playing very quickly, as I usually do. I play really quickly in tournament chess. I had lots of time, I had a good position, and I had a huge time advantage against a grandmaster. The issue was, however, that I needed to go to the use the bathroom, the restroom really badly, but he was down on time, and I was trying to figure out a win position wise, but I couldn't find one, and there was no win. I looked at it later with computer and everything. There was no win, but I had a position where you can basically torture the other player forever. So my consideration was I should play quickly to keep him in time trouble. But, well, yeah, I was sitting there like, oh, I need to go really badly to the restroom. But I couldn't do it, yeah, because of the time situation that he was in. Well, ultimately I decided, it shouldn't be, it shouldn't happen that I, pee my pants. So I was just going and, let him have a think, in this situation. Yeah, and at the end it ended in a draw. Yeah, so this time situation can even be an issue for the guy who has more time. I have the move d5 now, but it is, I think, not actually that brilliant. We have to do this. Yeah, England has got the first semis since Italia 1990 in the World Cup, and they cannot play Germany anymore, so they will very likely progress further. Well, okay, this year's Germany they probably would have beaten anyway, but yeah, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be very interesting. Who is England is playing the winner of the match that is currently going on, right? And the other semi is Belgium, France. Yeah, I think Belgium and France are definitely two teams that have they're convinced, I think, and did really good job. So I think it's very well deserved that those teams are in the situation now, being in the semis. Okay, how do I win this? Moving the knight looks right. I just wonder where and how. Knight to e7, like in the middle of it. I can trade. I just knight c7. I offered to draw. Yeah, the moving Dutchman offered to draw. I think there was not much more possible. I mean, there was more possible, but earlier, not at the very end. Okay, so there was a draw. And there are those two games going on. I'm playing... Oh, Croatia is leading. Yeah, I wasn't totally sure here in this position with d5, if that was right. Because now I basically have to take, and that is not so ideal. Anyway, let's do it. Knight takes, he's not unhappy about this, I guess. He is. Yeah, if Croatia is leading, it must be very close till the end of the match, right? Like 10 minutes or so, maximum. Yep, you've got the trade here. Yeah, my bishop c5 is coming. And I don't see how to avoid the trade of my bishop, which is kind of sad. Yeah, I'm usually ahead on the clock. We still have the situation here where he has to play on the increment. And I will also play quickly. I'm really not looking at this now for ages. Okay, that doesn't look so active, right? How do I get this settled? His rook takes c7 somehow on the cards for... I don't know. I don't really see it here, and like rook e3, e8 or something should win. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, let's bring. I wanted to go to f2. I'm such a moron. Yeah, king f2, knight d4. You know. Ah, shoot. Okay, but knight d4, I can go to f2, which is maybe tempting him. I don't know. Knight d4 is tempting. If I take it, it's going to be a draw. But okay, I still can go king f2. So maybe this is okay. Yo, not much. Not much at all. Okay. Bishop g7. I have to go into a light square. Finally. I don't want to deal with those possible checks. I'm still a bit for choice with the king on e3. I'm not sure how much I am better. I am better to some extent, but I mean, it's not really necessary to know how much you're better as long as you feel confident that this is the case. Okay, bishop f3 coming. And the biker has resigned after king g2. So we only have the ears game going on. He has defended this really tenaciously. And now we'll see if I'm able to break this down. Okay, bishop f3. Yeah, and now king to d7, maybe. Probably this will happen. I don't know. King, sorry, knight to b4. Doesn't look dangerous, really. Okay. Oh, that looks odd. Maybe b4 was actually better even, to be honest. Yeah, but f5 is not a bad move. And I want to keep him on the increment. Yeah, the space is nice. If he goes f6, then e6 is a nice pawn. I have a hard time to believe that black is able to hold this. With this space disadvantage, I don't really see a good move, you know. What is he going to play? This one, okay. Yeah, bishop d5 is kind of obvious. So that knight e4 next is not blocking the bishop. Yeah, I'll do that first. Yeah, I was briefly thinking if I should prevent that, and then I decided, nah, that doesn't really need to be done. But not entirely certain, to be honest. I should have done that. Maybe I should have. Okay, I don't know. I don't think it's a big problem. Black's position is really that passive. He's really completely incarcerated there. G4, H4 is still possible. I also have bishop b3 in some cases, but okay, knight c6 is going to be a problem against that. Okay, Yeah, knight d6, knight c5. Knight c5 actually does attack a6. That looks actually quite strong, huh? Yeah, a6 is attacked. And after the trade, my bishop is better than his knight. This is not... There's not a big argument there, I guess. Knight on d8 against the bishop on d5. Yeah, but a6 is attacked. Yeah, I was just thinking, yeah, that could be a move. Yeah, it looks entirely weird, but that could be a move. Knight c6. Yeah. As wacky as it looks. Yeah, it's true. Definitely true. I can go to d3 and potentially to c5 then, but okay, let's do this first. Knight d7. I probably have to even better prepare all this. So probably like h4, g4, g5, that I have this still, that I have this already on. Really, I think you should go knight d7 again. Yeah, that is probably the relatively best choice. Okay, g4. Like h5, g5, f6, yeah, would push black back even more. Complicated. Okay, if I go knight c5 now, what happens then? Not much, huh? Or did we have this before and I'm just doing nonsense? I don't think we had. Yeah, I don't think he can cover it. I don't see it. Nah, it's down to 8 seconds. It's going to be a pain. Okay. And now the knight on d8 is sad. Yeah, and he has resigned. He's running out of moves, simply. I go king d6 and so on. The knight cannot move ever. Yeah, okay. This means the SimulMaster event has ended. We had 12 games in total. I won 8, 3 draws, 1 loss. Yeah, congrats to all players who scored. And yeah, thanks to all of you for participating and yeah, being around. The next show will probably be early August. We will have an August show. I hope to be on vacation later that month, but an early show should be possible. Yeah, thanks a lot to all of you, and bye bye till next time.